Hello! I hope you have an awesome day. And today we will have a look at the Nitecore HC60 headlamp. This is an LED headlamp designed for hiking, camping and every outdoor activity out there. And in this video we will have a closer look at the headlamp, and you will get to know some specifications, and I will go outside and test it. And before we continue on the video, I hope you would consider subscribing to our channel. We would love to have you in our techie family. So, the Nitecore HC60 headlamp. This is a headlamp that has a brightness of 1000 lumens, which is a lot for this small package. It uses a Cree XML2 U2 LED. That doesn't say me that much, but I know that Cree, C-R-E-E, creates great LEDs. So we know that this is going to get bright and last a long time. It can cast the light up to 117 meters. The lens is not adjustable, so it's fixed focus. It has an 18650 lithium-ion battery at 3400 milliamp hours. It has an IP rating of IPX7, which means that it is watertight up to 2 meters. And the battery life is quite interesting, because on the lowest setting, that is 1 lumen out of the 1000 lumens, it can last up to 680 hours. And on the next level, which is the one you would usually use outside when you're trying to look, or if you're walking outside, that it would last you up to 25 hours. And if you put it on the maximum setting, it will last for about 1 hour. As you can see on this side, it says that it is rechargeable, and there's a USB icon there and micro USB. That is because we can screw off this cap, and then we will see after we have it over there. We have the USB-C port, not USB-B port, micro USB-B port. And this has a O-ring inside, and in this edge, I think, yeah. So it is watertight. So the charge port doesn't take in water and should short out the whole headlamp. And if you go from the left to the right over here, we see this button. Yeah, we can barely see. This is the power button. It turns the headlight on and it switches between the modes, and you hold it in to turn it off again. And here we can see the LED. And it has a flat glass on top, but it looks like it has some focusing inside, and a reflector over there. On the other side we have Nitecore and their website. And if we turn off this cap, just be careful, this one is mounted, so you don't lose. Now if you screw it open, it don't fall off, but this one does. So it has a spring, and this is where the battery lives. Here we can see that it's a Nitecore 3400 milliamp hours at 3.7 volts. So this is the battery that comes with the headlamp. High performance rechargeable lithium battery. Yeah. And then we just put it back and twist it back on. And this also has a O-ring. So that's indicates that it has a battery, I guess. And this is the band. So this has one that goes around your head on the sides and one on the top. This is great for distributing the weight of the headlamp. And it's not that heavy. It's made from aluminium, and this is like a soft plastic. And on the inside of this headband we have this is like rubber or silicone. I think it's rubber. And this is great if you put the headlamp on a helmet, for example. Then it won't slide around. It doesn't have it on the top band, but on the sides. And on the back we have this reflective pad, which is great when you're using it for walking outside in the dark. So cars and bikes and other vehicles that has light source will see you. Yeah, it's very stretchy and adjustable, so it should fit most heads. It also has this is just like a band that goes outside. This is the same as the top band. It also has one of this. You can move it around. I don't know what it's for. Like if you have a cable, maybe you can route it through it and on out to your back, maybe if you are charging it while using it. But I don't know. Or maybe it's just padding if you are wearing it on your head. So yeah, there we have then name of the headlamp, serial number back there. Yeah. So that's the outside and the specs. Oops. And now I will go outside and try it in the dark. We are now outside in the wilderness. And I have found a beautiful large tree, which I measured to be about 50 meters from where I stand now. I found a twig here to put on the ground so I can verify that this is where we are 50 meters away, I'm sorry. And yeah, it's not that dark yet, but I want to try if our headlamp here can light up the ground, even if it is quite bright outside. So I'm just holding the headlamp in my hand now, and I just push this button to change its mode. So I will turn it on, then it will automatically go to the lowest brightness, and it has 5 settings. So it starts at lowest and goes up, and it has 5 steps before I go back to the dimmest. So I will now try to light up the ground in front of me and see if there is any difference. While on the lowest setting we can't see any difference at all. Putting it up, oh, there we can see. Okay. How far can we see? Not that far. 1 step up. Yeah, here we can clearly see, even if it's quite bright outside. 1 step up. Starting to get somewhere. Okay, now this really lights up the ground. I think this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the brightest setting. As you can see, we can go, and we actually can light up. With my eyes, I think we're about 20 meters away. I can see the light before it dims off. And I can see it out on the trees over there. So this has been the bright test, and now we will go over to when it is dark. And just like that, the lights went out. So I'm still here with my trusty twig on the ground, and I'm ready to turn on the headlamp. So I'm ready to turn on the Nitecore HC60 headlamp. So I'll try the first setting, which is the lowest one. And can we see anything on the ground? I can see something. I like that it starts out at the lowest setting, because if it started at like full brightness, I would maybe get blinded, or even if I accidentally press the on button. So I like that it starts out at the lowest setting. You can see it here. Sorry for blinding you, but yeah. So I don't know if you can see it from the footage, but here's our twig. And at the lowest setting, we can't see that far ahead. So let's put it on setting 2. So that's a big difference from step 1. So this is the mode I have personally used the most, is brightness. It's great for just finding stuff if you go outside in the dark, or yeah, anything. So I'll try to point the camera at the tree we found, and yeah, we can't see that far. We can follow it. Yeah. So we can see that it lights up the ground a bit around. It's quite focused. And I can see it's bright in the middle, and yeah. So I think we'll just try putting it up onto stage 3. And now we can see more around the point. Can we see our tree? I can't see anything. I don't think you can either. So at number 4, now we can barely see the tree trunks. Yeah, I can see something. Try to put the flashlight beneath the camera. You can see the ground over there and the tree. And we have one more stage. So this is the full power. You can see now we can see the logs very clearly, and all the way to the top. Yes, and on the trees around us. Wow. So this has great distance, and it's, I don't know if you can see it from the camera. You can see the beam, so it's just a tiny bit foggy out now. I think it's because of the cold. It's around 0 degrees here now. Starting to get the winter here, finally. So yeah, that's 50 meters range to a dark object, like it's dark green, so that we are able to light it up. I think it's great. And if you just point over here, we can see all the trees, the brighter ones. Oh. Okay, over here. So I'm like at a larger field or a parking space for a beach, which isn't much used right now. Let's turn it down to the first level again. So now I didn't turn it off. I just put it on the lowest setting, and yeah, well, we can see our ground again. So yeah, let's put on the light so you can see. If you're interested in this headlamp, I will put a link in the description below. And if you like this video, please give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell if you haven't done it yet. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one.